¿Quién se anima? Ángel. Oiloski, será el colombiano. ¡Ángel! ¡Golazo!
Hello and welcome into the official SDFC podcast. I'm Kaila Burns-Hefner here with Marvell and Sal Zizo for episode 10 of the official SDFC podcast.
Wow, 10
episodes.
We did it, guys.
10. Feels longer, actually. I don't know why. Doesn't it feel like we've done this for a long time?
It feels like I've known you forever.
Yeah, I know, right?
Well, 10 episodes in, we've had, well, I guess technically this is the 10th episode. So we've had 9 incredible guests so far. We're going to have many more to come in the future. But I just wanted to share some of our best memories of our first 10.
All right.
Let's kick this show off the road. Is that a thing? Is that a saying?
Let's kick the tires on the fires. Was that Independence Day?
Someday when I stop playing football and I really look at things I've done and so on so far, then this is maybe one of the biggest things.
I just wish there were a little bit more players, because if they're not available, you're like, okay. You're like, who do I go with, you know? But
Then you're like Marv going to games by yourself.
yeah. Will you leave me alone? Look, my mom was sick.
Nadia Bambino asks,
no.
what is your favorite home-cooked meal?
Oh, mama, no. She does a really good ragu. Yeah.
But going back to Catan, what's kind of your strategy in that game? Are you more of like wheat and ore guy? Are you more like what's your?
I'm not sure I should tell this. You know, the other guys.
The guys will listen to it and then they'll figure it out.
Are you more about the hey, whatever the numbers show up, you kind of play off of that?
I'm like, I go on the weaker guys. You know, honest. If it's honest playing, I go for him.
Oh, there's an Italian spot right on India Street.
Oh,
right
don't
next to
tell
Kenmore.
Sal that.
What's the name?
Oh, La Busa.
Hey!
That's the one.
We didn't pay him to say that.
Exactly. So that's my family's restaurant.
And this one is coming to us all the way from France at Lindsay Horan 10. Does most of your football knowledge come from your wife?
Oof, I don't know about most of it. I think a lot of hers comes from me. I think
You pick up the FaceTime call.
yeah, exactly. There's a lot of balance.
Like me and a couple other foreign guys sat down and we tried like Galician seafood, which is like the area that we were playing in Spain. And one of the things was pulpo, which is like octopus, and it doesn't look very good, you know. So the other guys wouldn't touch it, and I loved it. So I ate like a whole octopus by myself.
Sundays, we didn't even have a chef. Like one of the kids had to cook for 60 kids. Really? Joshua Yarrow was 14 years old. He knew how to cook. So he would cook for the entire academy. But this was...
I played with Josh. And
Oh, you did?
What's your handicap?
Got +1.
Yeah?
Yeah, I play quite a bit.
+1.
Yeah.
Well, at
Basically
Brian _Olowski
There we go.
asks, how does it feel to be the worst golfer in the family?
The worst with the +1? What is this family?
No,
You guys
it's
all
just-
Tiger Woods?
No, he's just talking.
The look he gave you when he said +1.
Yeah.
+1. Like you saw that and you just daggered. You went,
+1, like he's shooting under par. Like that's incredible, dude.
We've had so many laughs and so many incredible guests on the show.
No.
Yeah, that actually looking back, I was like, oh wow, that's a lot of good moments.
Yeah.
And so many fan submitted questions that have led to a lot of these good moments too. So we really appreciate all of the support there and the interaction. It makes a huge difference in the show.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Keep listening.
Please.
Keep flowing with us.
Yeah.
Well, we'll get to a lot into this show. We'll talk about the result versus Club America. 3-0 win versus Club America. A friendly match, of course, but obviously a great opportunity for this team to be able to showcase what some of these guys who haven't played a lot of minutes are able to do on the field when they play a full 90.
Yeah,
thoughts?
that's what was nice. I mean, for me, it was like we've all been, Marv and I have been on teams, and sometimes, some of these names aren't always, recognized by a lot of fans, but in a locker room, you're an entire team and all these guys, they're all your brothers, regardless of playing time. So it's nice to be able to have a lot of guys that don't get those minutes on the field, for fans to be able to see them play, for them to kind of not feel a part of it because they already do. They're here every day, but also to get a little bit of the recognition at times. So, we've played, I've played Chelsea, Man City. We've all kind of played those big teams throughout the course of a season, and they're a lot of fun. So it was cool to see San Diego play a big club like Club America. in San Diego. Obviously, the fans are going to be wild there. And so it was good to get the result for sure.
Yeah, guys that, had their first starts for San Diego FC. Pablo Cisniega, he got the captain armband and he got the starting goal. Manu Dua got his first career minutes, played full 90. Midfielder Heine Bruseth made his first start for San Diego FC and his first appearance. Milan Olaski, first start for SDFC. Oscar Verhoeven ended up registering his first senior career assist in that match on that goal. Milan, that he ended up having the second one. And Tomás Ángel, who we will have on later in the show, registered his first 90 for SDFC.
These are all like little moments. Everything you brought up there, all little moments that are going to affect players' confidence, right? So the next match they're going in, like when in a league game, an important game, they're going to rely on moments like that and say, hey, I've already played in front of these fans. I've already done this. I've already done that. Like, it's always good to get the first off your shoulder. That pressure gets relieved a little bit, and now they're going to come flying.
Yeah, and it's huge because, it wasn't just, obviously you can perform a certain way in training, which is different, that translates to a game. And depending on the importance of the game, whether it comes, to a playoff or it's a final, things like that. But a friendly like this against an international powerhouse, as well as in front of a huge crowd, like that's like there's pressure on. Yeah, it's called a friendly. A friendly in terms of the points that come from the game are not going to go towards anything. But other than that, you're out there trying to win. And the way that we played, it was same, but different. You can absolutely see these same ideals, the same strategies, the same tactical awareness of where to play and all that stuff. But it was just done with a bit different flavor. That's all. And again, 3-0 win. What a commanding win by the offense as well as the defense.
Yeah, keep it going.
And in front of an announced sold-out crowd of 30,916.
Look at that.
Wouldn't expect anything different.
Great momentum building into a tough stretch of the season. A couple away games coming up this weekend. Team will take on Minnesota away. We'll hear from assistant coach Kelvin Jones on the takes on that. But what are your thoughts on this away match first?
Look, it's going to be tough. I think, Annabelle and Luca have been huge players for SDFC this season. And so the loss of them, I think, is going to be huge. And obviously we'll see how Irving's hamstring or leg injury, I don't really know what he has, but, is healing. But these are three important players on your roster, and that goes in to show you why also this Club America game was important. Get the ball rolling with these new guys, get some trust building with, from some familiarity with some of these players, because we're going to be needed. It's going to be a tough environment. Minnesota's having a great season. Their style of play is very evident on what they want to do, similar to SDFC in a way that they have an identity, very different identity, but they have one. So it's going to be interesting to see, how San Diego approaches it. There's going to be new faces, but it's, like Marv said, it's the same style, but some faces will be different, and hopefully they'll get a result, which is, again, a tough place to play. I'm assuming, I haven't checked the weather report. I'm assuming it's going to be hot and muggy in Minnesota. Maybe not yet. I don't really know. I'm not an expert on Minnesota weather. I haven't checked the app or anything, but it'll be interesting to see how they do.
You're not going to be an expert on any weather. You're from
San Diego. I know I don't have an expert meteorologist in San Diego.
Minnesota weather every day.
Yeah. Today we're going to have sun.
Yeah.
And
it's always 10 degrees hotter inland in San Diego.
True.
June gloom right now. Marv, I know.
Oceanside is gloomy.
I know what
right
I'm
now.
talking about when it comes to
I think out there in Minnesota, I think it's going to be kind of a throwback, kind of similar to the Columbus game, except it's going to be in a more difficult environment. So I think there's going to be a lot for us to break them down. I think it's going to take a lot of patience. I believe we have become better at capitalizing on opportunities that we have on goal, but I believe a team like Minnesota is going to have those few and far between. And when the opportunity does arise, I think it's going to be a challenge for us to make sure that we make the most of it. Otherwise, it's just going to be a whole lot of just poking and prodding, looking for a space here, looking for a space there. Maybe we try an overlap here. Maybe we try a through ball in here. It's actually going to be, I believe, quite a test to us. And I'm actually really excited to see what happens, because I think we're going to go at them same way that we usually do. And they're slowly going to loosen up their tight defensive structure. And we're going to see what, we can come out there with and perform in, like you said, a difficult environment.
Yeah. I mean, if you look at just how they play, it's very similar to, you could say similar to like how Austin, plays, but at the same time, they're a much better team than Austin. I think they have, they're a lot better in the transition moments. So it's like, obviously SDFC took care of Austin at home recently in a convincing way, but it's a similar style, but just executed at a much higher level.
Awesome. Well, we'll hear more insight on that from Kelvin. And then we will also hear from Tomás Ángel coming off of a 77-minute free kick banger.
Yeah.
The first direct free kick in SDFC history.
Yeah.
So stay tuned for that.
As the official specialty insurance partner of San Diego FC, Palomar offers standalone earthquake insurance that protects property and peace of mind. It's crucial to be prepared. Visit plmr.com or contact your insurance agent for a quote. Palomar, reimagining specialty insurance with innovative, creative solutions.
Hey everybody, this is Darren Smith. I host a radio show called SDFC Midweek Live. You can hear it Wednesday nights, 6 o'clock on San Diego Sports 760 and anytime on the iHeartRadio app. Join me, Adrian Garcia Marquez, Warren Barton, SDFC players and staff. It's the only hour on local radio dedicated 100% to San Diego Football Club and the beautiful game.
All right, we're joined by forward Tomás Ángel. Welcome to the pod.
Thank you for inviting me.
Awesome.
Welcome, man.
So give us a little bit of background. Just take us all the way back to the beginning. How did your soccer journey start?
Obviously, since I was very little,
Yeah.
probably 3-4 years old, I was just kicking a ball around in the house.
This is in England?
Yeah. This is in England. Then we went to the US. My dad played in Red Bulls. And those were like the first amateur soccer moments in my life.
Okay.
Then I went to Colombia when I was, I think, 9, 10.
Okay.
And that's where it just like got a little bit serious, where I started to play in obviously different culture, because South America is a lot different than the US and than England.
Your dad was still playing in the MLS when you went to Colombia?
No.
Oh, he wasn't? Okay.
No.
Okay.
But he went back to his first club.
Okay.
He wanted to retire there, so we went back to Colombia.
Okay.
And just started to do my process where, how I said, it got a little bit more serious because I was like 13, 14. And that's like the age where you're like, are you going to put everything in it? Or you're just going to get it for a hobby?
Yeah.
And then I start to touch like process. There's something called Selección Antioquia, where it's like if California had a national team.
Okay.
Yeah,
The
it was
region
like
of Colombia.
region.
Okay.
And they've always said in Colombia that if like you touch those types of teams, it's more, you have more probability of making it pro. Then obviously at the age of 16, 15, I had a trial in Benfica. They invited me. They wanted to see me. They saw videos of me and wanted me to be present in a preseason. So I went there. Was there for like a month. And I got an offer from Atlético Nacional. And
that was the club that you were with in Colombia?
No.
Oh, okay.
I was with a team called Estudiantil.
Oh, okay.
That is in Colombia. It's like one of the teams where they export players to a lot of teams in Colombia. Then I got the offer. They wanted obviously to have me to begin my career in Atlético Nacional. So by the age of 16, I was doing my first preseason with a professional team. And then that's my beginnings of how I got there to professional soccer.
Yeah, man, you moved around a lot. Did you feel so going in first professional preseason at 16? I mean, with the travel, new type of environment, I mean, what do you think was like the toughest part? I mean, was it being just getting adapted, playing with players older than you, or what was it?
Yeah, you start to see that it's way different. That you start to realize that soccer isn't what you think when you were little. Oh, you play and it's just amazing. To be in a top team, in a top club like that, it comes with pressure, comes with a lot of things. And for you to be a young player and to take that challenge it could be tough and it could be a lot of responsibility. But I was very happy. Obviously, it was my dream, and it was my dream come true. And playing for that team where I'm a fan of, and it's just a different level. Just because you're playing with people that have a lot of experience and that have the level to be in professional leagues. So it was very nice.
Yeah, I can imagine that being tough as a 16-year-old. Just curious. So you obviously were around your dad, I'm assuming, a lot when he was a professional player. Obviously, we both played against him. We knew how good of a player he was. So were you in a lot of MLS locker rooms as a kid? Specifically, obviously, Red Bull and Chivas USA.
Yeah, I even there's photos of me like when he was in Aston Villa, and like those little cars, just sitting there. It was like I was like 2 years old, and I was just sitting in those like those golf carts, and I was always interested in being there, being close to a ball. Obviously, I didn't pay a lot of attention of what was happening in locker rooms, but I was just with my enjoying it, and so
that's awesome. Yeah. No, so I think we missed your dad. I think he was there before, right?
So
Marv, tell him the story about how his father impacted your career.
So I got traded so your dad can go to Red Bull. I was on Red Bull, and then they needed to clear a spot on their 18-man roster, and they said I was the one that was sought after the most that they were willing to get rid of. So I got traded to Toronto to make room for your dad to go to the Red Bulls.
Wow. This was like in 07, right?
This was in 07.
07.
Yeah, man. So, congratulations. Good luck. Congratulations. Good luck.
He altered your life. Marvell altered your life. He could have just refused the trade, and who knows what would have happened.
Imagine what would have happened.
And then I was after, right? So I came in 2015 to Red Bulls, obviously. But I think your dad would come back periodically when I was there. And you might have even been with him one of the times when he came to the training, and, he spoke to us and about what it meant when he was there and stuff, which was pretty cool. So.
Yeah, I remember the New York Red Bull facility, the older one. And obviously I've been to the new one.
Yeah, I haven't been to the new one yet, but I still remember the old stomping grounds.
Meadowlands?
No, not Meadowlands. It was like in East Hanover, Whippany, New Jersey. Yeah.
College?
No. There was like there.
I'm dating myself anymore.
Yeah, you're Marv. You're showing your age.
Yeah, well, it was 2006.
Like
things have changed.
Things have changed. So yeah.
How much did being able to kind of spend that time growing up in that space and seeing those environments impact your career?
Yeah, I would think it makes you fall in love a lot more with the sport. Makes you carry it a lot more in your veins. And obviously, as a South American player, you feel it a little bit more. You can see in every country in South America, it's just like life or
pure
death.
Passion.
Yeah, it's just
the most passionate region for sure.
And it's very, very nice to be able to have a lot of different cultures in your life experience. South America, Europe, and the US. So you pick up everything. You as a little kid with dreams and being able to be in 3 different cultures of soccer. It's very, very nice.
What would you say is the biggest lesson that you learned from your dad in soccer growing up?
Biggest lesson? I don't know. I would say just like enjoy what was once your dream, and being able to play this is special, because there's a lot of people, you guys know, that wish to play, and few make it, and few are able to sustain their careers. So it's just enjoy it and give your 100% always.
I like that. Yeah,
That's awesome.
I once heard a quote, not to get philosophical, but they say some things that you complain about the most in your current life are things that you dreamt about, 5 years prior. So whatever that may be, maybe, Marv and myself, we were also dreaming to become professionals, but then when you're there, there's certain moments that you're complaining about, oh, this, that, or this coach said this to me, right? You're complaining about all those things, but 5 years ago, you were just wishing that you were on a roster for that to happen. So, you kind of alluded to that too, like how hard it is to get to those places. So when you get there, you have to enjoy it, because your younger self dreamt to be there one day.
Yeah, obviously in this kind of sport, if you have an ambition to keep growing, to keep making those little steps, those little half goals, those ultimate goals, it's difficult. It's easy to say, but to do, it's difficult, because you reach that top of the mountain and you want to keep going, and it's rarely that you stop and look behind and you're like, wow, I've climbed a lot.
And even when you're done, you sometimes think, oh, I could have done more. Yeah. That's just how it is as an athlete.
So it's tough. It's tough to do, but well, you try.
Yeah.
What about your time in San Diego now, being able to get to be here for the launch of an MLS team? What's that been like for you?
I've really enjoyed it. The city is amazing. The weather, the people. I've been in different states playing, and I rarely see the amount of passion that it probably could have in San Diego. It's also because of you have a lot of Latinos, and that makes it very nice. And to be part of a new team is something very rare in the sport. And you being able to write those first pages and hopefully winning those first trophies, it's something that's going to stay with you your whole life.
Yeah, that's what's cool. And I've been to a lot of U.S. cities as well, along with Marv, and I would not, because I'm from here, I'm not being biased, but San Diego is the best. There's not really any. It's not gonna, like when you travel places, you might be like, oh, this is a nice city, but San Diego is probably where you're gonna say that's the best city that I've ever played in. So
now that you've been out here, your style of play is very skillful on the ball. And actually, I was telling Sal how I'm actually surprised how selfless you are around the box. You try looking for a nice little assisting pass and things, but you actually did score a goal with a free kick. And we heard that you've been out there practicing these free kicks. So is this like a daily thing that you do? You do 10 a year? And also, do you also practice the bicycle kicks? Because I keep seeing these and I want one to go in.
Yeah. I've always said I'm a different kind of 9, more of a modern 9. If you look at football nowadays, it's rare to see a poacher kind of 9. And I really like to be in contact with the ball. I like to assist my teammates. I like to score. And the free kicks are just repetition. I had a goal when I came, and I wanted to add those free kick or those set pieces to my arsenal. And it's just every day, 10 after training, and just keep practicing, practice. And well, it went in. It went in, and it's obviously for you it's a lot of satisfaction because you put in the work, and you have those talented players here, and you being able to like have the confidence and to practice and to take the, I would say like the courage to say, oh, I've been practicing. Let me hit it. It's very nice. And the bicycle kick, I was talking with a couple of teammates, and I said the same. In Colombia, I tried to do it 3 times, and the last one got saved by the goalkeeper. So it's close, and for sure it's in my bucket list. For sure,
that's what I'm talking about.
So if you're on the field, right, and there's Anders Dreyer, Chucky, maybe a few other guys, right, over the ball, are you gonna have the?
I think I earned my pass.
Yeah,
I think I earned it. I think
you guys saw Club America.
I think I earned it. Yeah,
in front of 30,000.
Yeah, I think I've earned it, and I spoke with. I also spoke with Chucky, and he's like, I'm waiting for a league match, and I'm like, if I'm on the pitch, I'm taking it.
Good. I like the confidence. Good.
Love that.
Now walk us through the celebration.
It's kind of stupid what I did, but it's just goes with the adrenaline. And I celebrated a similar goal like that in LA when I was playing in LA, and I've always had that like celebration in my pocket, and I do it when I just feel very emotional, and when like the moment deserves like an acrobatic celebration. But it's after the game, it's not so satisfying with your mom and dad just saying a lot of things. But yeah, it's something I do when I get very happy.
Did anybody on the team know that you could do a front flip before?
No. Yeah, nobody. And I did it. It was crazy because in the first half I twisted my ankle, and I played the whole game with my twisted ankle. And just to do that was even stupider.
Let's take us back a little bit to kind of the first match. You have an assist that will be, we've looked at for future references when you're looking at the highlights for forever. Just what does it mean to be a part of those kind of moments in your career?
Yeah, it was a nice day. I remember being in the bus, talking with a friend, telling him that whatever the amount of minutes I played, I was going to impact the game. I did a fantastic preseason, and I was feeling very good. And can't lie, I was like, I'm probably not going to play. But I was very happy because we were winning, and like it's the first win in club history, and to be part of the squad is amazing. But then I got called up minute 88. I don't remember, and I was like, wow, I have to keep my promise. And then I came in, and the game was very chaotic, a lot of space, and I remember I had an opportunity in a breakaway. And I shot. And then the second one, I was like, I'm going to shoot. But then I had 3 on me. And then I saw Anders coming in behind. And it was a beautiful assist. And obviously the celebration shows the emotion I had of being able to be in the score sheet with an assist in the first club win and against the former champion.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Pretty special moment.
Yeah, no, that's really cool. Really cool. And it's cool in the play specifically. What I liked about it is what you just mentioned. Like, I think when I'm watching it back, I remember you on the ball. I was like, okay, he's gonna take him on or something. And then there was like that split second where I think like you saw Anders coming out of the corner of your eye, and then you just gave a little bit of patience. Perfect through ball. Obviously, he connected well with it off the crossbar. It was just like a beautiful goal, especially to like seal up that game for the first win for San Diego. It was really cool.
That was very nice. Very, very nice.
Yeah. What's been your favorite moment so far with this club?
Oh, there's been a lot. I think that first game, I would say the first goal against Colorado. Obviously, we lost, but to be able to score with a new club is very satisfying, and just keep on putting goals in your stats is for a forward is very important. And not gonna lie, the free kick was very nice.
Yeah, it was kind of
nice. It should be up there.
Yeah, it was kind of nice.
Very nice.
What do you consider? What position is your best position? You've played kind of out wide. You've played the 9. You know, what do you feel comfortable with?
I feel comfortable playing as a 9.
Mm-hmm.
I've always played as a 9, but I have the option of being very all over the place and being out wide in the right and to favor my left inside.
Yeah,
and so it's just as an attack,
whatever's needed.
Yeah.
Well, we've got some fan questions for you, so let's get into it. So growing up, you probably had a lot of different players that you got to interact with, but who did you look up to the most?
I would say Thierry Henry.
It's a pretty good one.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about maybe your relationship with him.
No, I think it's very unique to be able to like share moments with him. He's a very nice guy. I sometimes ask him for his opinions, for his I would say, how would you say that? It's like, don't know the word. I forgot
advice?
the word. Yeah, his advice.
Yeah.
And I remember last time I spoke with him was in the U20 World Cup, asking him questions and asking for his advice in particular moments, because I know his experience and all of what he's been through his career. So it's very unique to have a kind of person like that next to you.
And he played with your father at Red Bull?
Yeah.
Okay. So that relationship was kind of there from when you were a kid. Makes sense.
That's awesome. I guess, do you have a favorite childhood football club?
Atlético Nacional. I think what I feel for that club is something I don't feel for any other club. It's very special because I had the opportunity to be champion with that club, scoring 2 goals and an assist. And it's something that just is a tattoo in my heart, and something that I also had a dream about when I was little. And Arsenal.
Nice.
I've always said it. But yeah.
2 good ones.
Yeah.
This one we've kind of talked about a little bit, but what was going through your mind when you scored off the free kick versus Club America?
Not much. I just...
Did you like the spot it was in?
I didn't even practice from there.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
It was too perfect.
I just knew I had the repetitions.
Yeah.
And I knew I had already the shot power, the kind of measurements that you need to go over the wall.
Yeah.
And I really just thought about, like, I was looking for Franco because I always stay with him and shoot free kicks.
Yeah. Okay.
And I remember that he grabbed the ball and gave it to me. So I didn't think of anything else. I just
visualizing the practice.
It became automatic.
All the repetition.
Yeah.
It's like, this is where it's going to go.
Yeah.
That's
At
why you do
first, I
that.
was like, I'm going to go his post. And
Oh,
I was
really?
like, yeah. And then I was like, nah, I can't go his post. I practiced
Yeah.
going on the first post.
Was
I'm
he
not gonna
cheating
change.
any certain way? or-
He was a little slanted. So I
okay.
was like, if I get the height well,
Yeah.
probably can go over him.
Okay.
But then I was like, nah, I'm going
Just
first
hit it
post.
firm
Yeah.
right there. Yeah.
Did it go exactly where you wanted it to? A little low, a little high?
No,
It
it
went
went
right there.
right
So that practice makes perfect.
Yeah,
kids.
right there.
I say that's why you do it.
Yeah, of course.
If you could be a pro at another sport, which one would it be?
Whoa. If it was me 5 years ago, I would say basketball or boxing.
Oh,
But if
nice.
it's me today, I would say golf.
Golf. Okay.
Golf is taking over this
Yeah.
team. I swear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We just talked to Milan last week. He was saying that he wants to play with some of the
Yeah.
guys, so you to hit him up. What's your match day routine look like?
I say routine. let's just say wake up, have a nice coffee in the morning, sit down, watch the amount of games I can.
You tried a nap? I used to always try a nap.
I tried to nap.
I tried a nap, but in the afternoon, like 2 hours before. But I would try to do like a power nap, 25 minutes.
Okay.
So then
too sluggish.
When I'm heading to the game, I always call my dad.
Okay.
Always. If I don't call him, I don't feel me.
He doesn't pick up one day. You're like, Dad, pick up your phone.
Yeah. And then just get ready, get in the zone, put music on, and that's it.
Is there anything that he like says to you that you can share with us that gets you
He's
ready
like,
for the game?
If I'm coming off the bench, just watch the game, watch where you can impact the game, the spaces, and enjoy my soccer that my talent will show.
What has been your favorite part about being in San Diego?
A lot of things. I would say being in the team, the city, I've loved it. The amount of peace I feel living here is kind of crazy after you living in South America, whereas it could be tough in some moments. But yeah, the city is beautiful. The people are incredible, and being in this team is also very, very nice.
Feel a happy peace, a calm peace, a friendly peace, all types of peace
with the ocean.
Ocean peace.
Yeah. I think it's everything. It comes together. Being happy. That like it's not a chaotic city.
Very chill.
You can move around easy. There's a lot of things to do. You have the beach. It's everything. It's everything.
You a big beach guy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
What's your favorite beach that you've been to in San Diego? That's the last question we have from the fans.
I think it's called Wind and
Sea. That's a nice one.
Big shore break.
Yeah, big shore break. For sure.
Wind and Sea.
It's a good vibe down there.
That's all we have for you. Thank you so much for your time. Really
Thank
appreciate
you. Thanks for coming on, man.
Thanks.
Good luck. Congratulations. And we'll see you out there.
Thank you. More goals.
For sure.
In the next game. Let's get it going.
For sure.
Become a season ticket member with San Diego FC and never miss a moment with guaranteed access to all home matches. Membership starts at just $40 per match, and you get the best value with amazing benefits. Visit San Diego FC/memberships to learn more.
Big news from 18 Threads. New merch is available in store and at 18threads.com. So whether you're heading to Snapdragon Stadium or just repping SDFC around town, 18 Threads has you covered. Stop by Mission Valley or shop online at 18threads.com. All right, welcome into our match preview presented by Alaska Airlines. We are here joined by assistant coach Kelvin Jones.
Thanks for having me.
Welcome back to the show.
Always a pleasure seeing you.
Always great to have you. Before we get into kind of looking ahead towards the next match, let's just look back on the 3-0 result over obviously a friendly match, but against Club America.
Yeah, I think obviously a really good performance against which is one of the top clubs in our region. So to get the result was great. I know they are missing some players, we're missing some players, but for us, the ability to have that game in a time where we don't have a match and to get guys on the field that hadn't got a lot of minutes and to have that performance was great for us to see as a coaching staff. So Mikey spoke about it a lot going into the game and we'll speak about it a lot this week of making the squad bigger. And the goal of that prior to that match, I think it was achieved with the result that we got, performance from the players.
Yeah, you have guys like Manu Dua, who hasn't played any professional minutes, get a full 90. You've got first start for Jaime Bruseth and for his time at SDFC, obviously Pablo being able to be in goal for the first time, getting that captain for the first time. Just obviously that's huge for the squad, but too for those guys as individuals. What does that mean?
Yeah, I think unfortunately for Manu, he may have a new position. He was phenomenal, and that was his first professional match and to play it in front of 30,000 people. and against Club America, and to put that performance on it was amazing for us to see. So outside of anything, it's again for us as a coaching staff to see these guys play a competitive game outside of the friendlies that we schedule here in that environment with those fans, with that atmosphere against that club, and play in the style of which we want to play and be that successful. It's great. So now we know as a staff we have a bit more or confidence, trust, whatever you want to call it, that we know when their number is called upon that those guys will be ready.
Yeah, and I mean, from a result standpoint, right? 3-0, that's a great result. What's good, in my opinion, is that you guys kept the train moving. We talked about it a little bit last podcast, but like as friendly as these games are, you guys lose. For example, if it's flipped and you lose 3-0 and it was a bad performance, now it just kind of leaves a little bit of a bad taste, and maybe the role that you guys are on kind of gets tainted a little bit. But I think you guys putting in that great performance, Milan scoring goals again, keeping it going, like everything just kept moving, right? And now the mood's even higher than before because there's guys that maybe were on the outside a little bit, now feel like they're a part of this even more so. So it's just gonna keep the train moving.
Yeah, absolutely. Like you said, to keep it moving and to score goals in the way that we score the goals, and we know. As we evolve in our playing style, it just becomes that much more difficult for us to be successful because teams know how we're going to play. So they're going to game playing against it. So we have to evolve in the way that we're going to chance create, in the way that we're going to score, and to score the goals in the way that we did. Brilliant. And then great for Tommy to get that free kick there at the end. It's something that he's worked on, I think, every day after training since I've been here. But for it to come off the way that it did, I'm so pumped for him. Everyone's just
What's funny is I bet there's older guys too that when he's taking them, they're probably like, "Why are you taking a free kick? You're never gonna take them. You're never gonna take them." And then gets his opportunity, puts it in the back of the net. That's
always.
Cool.
So when you're talking about having these players that have not really got a lot of playing time, and you say you want to make the squad bigger. I mean, so this is about sharpening all the tools that we have in our tool belt, but then also when it comes game time, putting it really to the grindstone and seeing what they can do. When they get out there on the pitch, we're not really looking to have them play as similar as the original starting squad, but kind of in a similar formation and kind of have their own flavor to it. So if certain teams are scouting us and seeing how we play, we might be free-flowing to throw in a different player that still has a general idea, but he plays a little bit different, which just throws it off a little bit. So their scouting report might just go up in smoke.
Yeah, I think to what you just said, we do want them to play similar just in terms of our style, but individuals are different. So to add on what you were saying, like we sharpened the tools. We actually realized that this tool can be used in a different way. Heine is a different player than Luca. Ale is a different player than Anibal or Yepe. Manu is a different player than Patty or anybody else. So it's the same tool, but we may use them in a different way. Manu did a really good job, unbelievable job of covering space and behind, which may not be a strength for others. His calmness as a midfielder on the ball, you could see that come across in his ability to build and play out of the back. So when we talk about making the squad bigger, I think what we did realize as a staff is, again, you gain the confidence that these guys are able to play at the level or compete at the level. But then when we start to game plan and we realize something may not be working, like, well, maybe we can put this player there because we're going to get a little bit something out of it and something different. So not only did we make the squad bigger in terms of players and availability, we've made it bigger just in terms of our ability to change things up, become a bit more unpredictable in the way that we use the players.
Yeah, you guys are kind of setting yourselves up to make some difficult decisions in the future. I mean, if everyone's coming out there starting to play well, then you're like, okay, let's go to the drawing board and then the sketch board.
It's a good problem to have.
It's a great problem to have.
Yeah, and to what you said, Sal, it's obviously to get the result in the way you get the result, and players that haven't played a ton to get the result, it becomes now a healthy competitive environment, which you want. And if it goes the other way and you don't get the result, it's obviously outside looking in. It may seem that we lost a little bit of that momentum, but I can tell you internally, I don't think that would have changed anything. It's such a healthy group. The guys that play a ton of minutes are there supporting the guys that don't play minutes. And when these guys are scoring or having good performances, it's great to see the interactions that these guys have after the game. Like, you should have seen Manu and Willie. Obviously, Willie was in the press conference, but just the joy that Willie had for Manu's performance at the end of the game, it's awesome to see. It's just such a healthy environment.
Going into Manu, so you guys, he got drafted as a D mid more, right? Correct? And then you guys have seen something in him. Is center back something that you said you guys have used him a little bit in training and you see some qualities that could benefit the team? And so you're like, hey, let's throw him there. Has he played there in the past?
No, not really. It's new to him. So obviously coming into the season, you expect to compete and you want to compete. And for Manu, and for all players, it's such a big jump from going to college to the professional game. And there's such a learning curve. And credit to Manu, and we've been straightforward for him as well. There's a learning curve that you're going to have to adapt to, the technical speed of play, your decision making, and all of that. So credit to him. And he's done well in his position, but he was always more so training and learning how to be a pro rather than gaining the pro minutes. Then you've got some guys that go down with injuries. You guys that are called up and moved out, and things happen. And obviously in training, you start to move players around. And Manu's profile of a player, his size for a center back, but his calmness on the ball as a midfielder suits the style well. So you put him in that environment in training, and credit to him. He just wants to play and compete and is so eager to learn. And there are glimpses of that learning and that success in that position. You're like, oh, well, there's something there. And the fact that he's been training there over the last few weeks, it makes sense to give him the opportunity to put him into a match and see what he does. And credit to him, he did well. Still a long way to go, as a lot of young players, but it's great to get a glimpse of success and see where they're at.
Nice.
We've talked a lot about the players that have been able to kind of step in while some of these guys are on international duty. How do you guys track the guys that are on international duty? We're just watching the Denmark game. Anders starts in the game, has a goal, has an assist. What's kind of the vibe like in the room for being able to kind of watch these guys have success over there?
Yeah, it's great. I mean, as soon as we come off the field, we throw the game on and see how these guys are doing. Obviously, Kenneth as a technical director, Mikey relationship, all of us have relationships with these guys. So we check in and see how they're doing. As people, and obviously the outside observer, being fans of them and seeing how they're doing, we check in and see. But obviously the performance staff on the other side, how they're physically doing, because obviously when they are done, they come back to us. We need to make sure that they're healthy, fit, and ready to perform. So all around, I think it's just a really good approach of professionalism of where they're at physically, so they can rejoin, and then just touching base with them as human beings and seeing how they're doing, what they need, or where they're at. So, but as a fan, it's fun to watch these guys get the opportunities that they get. Like, it's to represent your country at any level. It's always an honor.
And looking ahead to this weekend, preparing to take on Minnesota on the road, what can you tell us about preparing to take on the team that is currently tied with San Diego FC for second in the Western Conference?
Yeah, not going to be easy. A tough environment to play, a very well-organized team, very structured, and then really efficient in what they do. Really patient. They are fine to absorb pressure, sit deep, and with the players that they have in transition, at one clear moment they can get that they can punish you. I think we were looking at it today. Of the 17-ish matches that they've scored, that they have played, they've scored first in 10 of them. So to play a team that is comfortable sitting compact and deep and allowing them to score first makes the rest of the game that much more difficult, because they're comfortable just absorbing. So we know that we have the moments to score may not be as clear or as many as previous matches, as there won't be much space afforded to us. So we know we need to be clinical in those moments. But we also know that we always need to be switched on, because in transition, they're quite good.
Does it make it difficult too? They also have some players out on international duty, just kind of like rotating through and seeing what they're going to look like. They're going through the same challenges that San Diego, obviously is going through with getting some guys into the fold.
Yeah, absolutely. It's always a guess at this point of the season when you've got so many matches and internationals and players of what starting lineups are going to be. But I think a testament to them is as much as us is, the style of which they're going to play. And they've got the players that can execute in that as well as we do. So I'm sure that this break for them has been a moment where they realized players can play in certain positions. It's not going to change the way that they play. They're still going to be quite good at it. We know that we're going to have to break down a low block. We know that we're going to have to be clean in transition. And we know in set pieces, we're going to have to be pretty locked in and dialed, as it is a key part of the way they want to play. So,
yeah, and they're probably thinking the same thing with SDFC.
Yeah,
right? Same thing. Yeah, their style of play. There's gonna be some new guys on the field, but at the end of the day, it's still going to be, what it's been looking like so far.
Absolutely.
Well, we're looking forward to it. And again, if you guys aren't able to travel out to Minnesota, we do have options for you. Our official watch party presented by Dios Azul will be at Mr. Tempo from 4 to 8 p.m. Kickoff is at 5:30 p.m. We hope to see you there.